Josh, what can I say? You were outstanding in this movie. And having gone through what you went through to make this movie, do you think that you would ever want to climb Everest?
I don't know. You know, it's like the more that question's going to come up again and again and again and again. Now, you know, before we did it, I got so into climbing. I got so into mountaineering. I spent a lot of time with a great buddy of mine, Dean Potter, and it just started to become very personal. I like it, but I didn't do anything like this. So when you're at 25,000 feet, you know, it's a different deal than when you're at 12,000 feet or 15,000 feet. The highest we got on this, I think, was 15.5, and you really started to feel the difference in your biology. So that became a little scary. Yeah. So the idea of doing it, sure. The reality of doing it, something totally different.
Absolutely. But come on, you guys were really put through the ringer on this. This wasn't one of your average movie shoots.
No, and that's why we did it. I mean, a lot of times I'll say no, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 times, like would say, do you want to do this movie? And I don't know why it takes me so long to kind of understand why I want to do a movie or something, but this was different when they asked me, because I knew the Krakauer book, I knew the story, I remember how affected I was when I read the book, and when they came to me, I said yes immediately. I said, and I remember my agent saying, are you sure you want to do this, because it's like a supporting thing, and I was like, absolutely.
Supporting? No way. It wasn't supporting at all.
No, but it is. It's like, it's more of an ensemble and an experience, and it's not really about one specific person. It's about the mountain against anything human, you know? Why would you take the challenge to do this thing that's that precarious, it's like a monster movie. That's what it is. It's a monster movie.
Yeah, it absolutely is. What was the camaraderie like between you guys? It had to have been awesome.
Very real. No, it wasn't always awesome. It was very real. And they'll tell you that. You know, when you hang out with Buddy, it was like a war. We look at each other now, post-movie, with a sincerity and an intimacy that you don't get doing anything else. Like maybe if you're on a series for 5 years or 8 years or something. But you know, when we say, was it cold up there? You guys coming in and asking questions, yeah, it was freaking cold. When you couldn't feel your feet, you know, it's called day after day after day, then it becomes like not romantic anymore. And it's like, okay, did I make a mistake doing this movie? Should I have done another movie that took place in New York, like maybe a romantic comedy? You know, but ultimately you look back and this will be one of the greatest experiences ever.
Yeah, I would think. Any harrowing experiences, like anything where both
Many.
dropped you in somewhere and you're like, holy crap.
Well, I mean, look, when you're crossing, like even when we were actually trekking to Namche Bazaar and you're 1,000 feet up on a suspended bridge and you see the camera guy literally hanging off a cliff, shooting you. So everybody's in the most precarious situation. You go, who's running this? Is this right? Are we doing something that's smart? Or did we just get out of the United States in order to do something completely insane that we probably shouldn't be doing?
Yeah, having ice pellets with fans in your face, or not ice, but sorry, salt, I meant.
Yeah, both, actually.
Crazy.
Both, ice and salt. So ice when we were up in the Dolomites and salt when we were in London. That was wrong. That was just, there was nothing right about that, other than for the look of it, which worked. But no.
Why do people do this? Did you get into the psyche of
Because it's the romance. It's the romance of it. It's the mythology of it. You know, there's a great shot of Jake. There's just a moment where he touches the tip of Everest and it goes ding, you know what I mean? And that's it. That's what people, they want to be one of those exclusive, on that exclusive list. I've done it. Have you? No. Have you? No. Have you? No. Have you? Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to just watch the movie. You guys were outstanding.
That's
really.
Enough.
Can't wait to talk to you about Sicario in Toronto, and I will never complain about the Toronto cold ever again in my life.